Welcome to another podcast. We are broadcasting this weekend. It is a Saturday. I mentioned that because for the first time in a long time, we have a major sporting event. The UFC is going to be tonight broadcasting 249. Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson, co-headlined by Dominique Cruz versus Henry Cejudo. So this is going to be a major sporting event. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out, right? Because no fans in the stadium. I think they did one already, but with the testing and how it goes in Florida, Dana White was on stage the other day, just, dapping it up with people, fist bumping and everything. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens with Ronaldo Souza, Jacare, who tested positive. And he was there at the event. But, hey, any semblance of normalcy returning is sort of welcomed at this point, right? We are here for a specific reason today. I'm calling this series Say What, because sometimes I come across articles or videos or clips or people that you can't help but just say, what's going on here? Let's find out more. Let's figure this thing out. And what happened to me today was I came across this random article about Adele. And Bill Maher specifically. I think it was from the Daily Beast. So Adele hit the waves recently because she lost a whole bunch of weight. I've had weight and consequently health-related issues due to weight. So headlines like that always stand out. I clicked the article and you know what? Let's read the article first, and then I'll try and keep comments about the article to a minimum, and then we can discuss afterwards. How about that? Let's pull up the article. Let's see. So here's the headline. Bill Maher has the worst take on Adele's weight loss. The old Adele would not fare as well with COVID-19. I mean, fair enough. All right, let's see. The real-time host weighed in on Adele's new body Friday night, and it was predictably awful. All right, well, that's a harsh thing to say. Adele posted a message to her social media channels this week, thanking those on the front lines fighting COVID-19. Yes, thank you. In the process, the celebrated singer unveiled a thinner frame, and the internet had a lot of thoughts about it. Almost all trash. Are we surprised? Enter Bill Maher, noted Me Too skeptic. Now, why you gotta bring that up? With perhaps the most garbage take of them all. On Friday night, during the interview portion of his HBO show Real Time, the comedian began by placing the bulk of the blame for the high amount of COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. compared to other countries on I'm sorry, let me read that again. By placing the bulk of the blame for the high amount of COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. compared to other countries on America's obesity problem. Not say the fact that the Trump administration didn't do a single thing during the month of February to contain the spread of the virus. I mean, sure, that might be true, but it doesn't really take away from... Let's address the specific topic and not try and introduce other branches of this storyline into it. How about that? The most important thing to do, they could have said, is get yourself in better shape. You could change your health profile a lot in 2 months. Absolutely, argued Maher. We could be in a much better position, and it's just like when George W. Bush said after 9/11, go shopping. And this was like, keep eating. Did we get that message? Did we get someone on TV promulgating, hey, go out there and eat? I know people hate to hear that message, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. The core of this problem in this country, one reason, obviously besides the Trumpian nonsense, is that we, as a country, you look at the numbers from other countries around the world, not nearly the amount of deaths because they don't have the same obesity profile. Maybe. I mean, it sounds likely. I just would like to know the numbers. Where's the data on that? Where is the data on that? I have no idea what the hell the 9/11 comparisons is about. The author of this Daily Beast article continues. And there's no question that America has an obesity problem. Thank you for recognizing that. But it's also plagued by inept leadership, sure, a broken healthcare system, a widening wealth gap, and a big farming epidemic that's inserting unhealthy chemicals into our food. And many of these are contributing factors to obesity. Yeah, but they're also contributing factors to a whole host of other problems that America is experiencing as a whole. To lay the blame for the country's obesity problem entirely on the shoulders of its people is rubbish. And to minimize the role the Trump administration's played in allowing the virus to spread nationwide is even more rubbish. But why are we not concentrating on his argument and how accurate of a statement that is from Bill Maher? Bill Maher wasn't finished. When you talk about this issue, it's very easy for other people to score cheap points by attacking the messenger, when the truth is they're just enabling people. Basically, we've gone to this place where we're proud of gluttony, the TV host said before somehow tying this all to the Adele news. And it's kind of true, right? We were constantly taking pictures, stuffing stuff into stuffings, the turducken, things like that. Adele lost a lot of weight. It was all over the press, and there's controversy about this. This is not controversial. This is purely a good thing. Yeah, actually, it is purely a good thing, offered Maher. And by the way, the old Adele would not fare as well with COVID-19. We applaud healthcare workers when they save other people's lives. We should applaud other people, I think, when they make a move to save their own life. Absolutely. 1000%. He then began reading some tweets about the Adele photo. Did we again push another sane person in the spotlight into an eating disorder? Maher read before weighing in. The eating disorder is eating too much. This is insane that they think an eating disorder goes in the other direction. Okay, that's not exactly accurate, right? It goes in both directions. Bulimia, anorexia, that goes in the other direction, and those are definitely disorders and not healthy. All right, author continues. Yes, in Bill Maher's strange world, the only eating disorder is eating too much. I don't know what do you guys think about that? I don't know how I feel about that. I know exactly how I feel about that. I don't know why I said I didn't know how I feel about that. That's why we made this video. That's why we're talking right now, right? That's why we're having this conversation. Where to start, though, is the question. I think we should start with obesity, right? It is a disease that leads to a number of the most significant health maladies we have today, right? First and second leading cause of death in this country is respectively heart disease and diabetes. So if anyone can get away from being obese, I think you should be applauded for that. All right, let's see. If you think about standard of beauty before standard of health first, I think there's maybe a priority readjustment that's needed. I don't have dentures, by the way. That sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Yeah. Full disclosure, too. I'm not wearing any pants. I don't know why I decided to share that with you, particularly right now, but I thought you should know that, part of this coronavirus thing is kind of freeing right now. I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts, though, so, get your mind out of the gutter. All right, so the other thing I think is worth noting is, why are we treating women differently? I think actually Bill Maher touched upon what I'm about to say. Kevin Smith was congratulated for getting his health in order after his heart attack. And no one complained about standard of beauty then. It was all just great job. And Kevin Smith, by the way, great job. When I heard the news, I was like, you can't leave. Like, you bring too much joy, not just in your movies and your stand-up / Q&A, but all your podcasts too. So stay healthy. All right. So why aren't we focusing on the fact that by Adele losing this weight, she might have prevented a heart attack herself? So what are we trying to do here? Especially when the author brought up like the Me Too and the tribal baggage that comes with it. I think just on that, we've over calibrated, and this movement needs some course correction. But anyways, I understand the author's point too about all the sort of, so yes, absolutely, we do. There is wealth inequality. There's housing inequality. There's a broken healthcare system, farming and sustainability, messaging, actually, when it comes to health. But back to her discussion on that. Yes, there is a wealth gap, but it affects more than just obesity. It's a problem that causes hardships for outside of just weight and health. And the thing to realize about the problem of obesity is that there are two things you can do that are free: fasting and exercise. So I don't know. To me, it sounds like we were trying to give excuses for people being fat. And once again, as long as you're healthy, it shouldn't matter. But most likely, if you're obese, if you're overweight, you're probably exposing yourself to an increased chance of having significant health issues. So what can we do? Maybe stop trying to find things for us to be different on. There's a camp big is beautiful. There's a camp thin is beautiful. I just want to say, by the way, if you do support the big is beautiful camp, you should realize that you're also supporting being superficial just as much as the thin is beautiful camp. I mean, one of the things that I thought of, actually, one of the people I thought of, I'm going to pull a picture of her up. She's just so adorable and actually beautiful. It's this lady right here. Visited and volunteered for Habitat for Humanity. That's where I met Shannon. And I do think she's one of the most beautiful people and wonderful souls I've ever met. That has nothing to do with the way she looked, It was the fact that she was so genuine and in the moment. She looked you in the eye and was so just in it and vibrant and happy. Just exuded this love. That was her beauty. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, physical attraction is kind of important too, then you should also realize that some people like them big, some people like them small, and there shouldn't and will never be a standard for something so subjective. I don't know. What do you guys think? Didn't care for their article. Anyways, I hope your day is going well. Maybe we can start a dialogue. Maybe we can think about this, because this is interesting. It's not going away. Probably keep on rearing its ugly head, and we're going to have this debate and discussion some more in the future. All right, guys. Take care.